we going?
Hi, welcome to That Thing, Accent Core plus R. It is episode point two two,
0.22. Coming at
and
you.
it is Monday, April the 18th, 19th.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so what's up with everybody's? How y'all's doing?
Okay so far.
I'm doing okay. I had to go to a funeral on Wednesday, and that I had some shenanigans along with that.
I
Oh,
don't like saying shenanigans in relations to a funeral, Kevin.
Well, I mean, okay,
yeah.
so I've gotten over it. It was more like it was more emotional because I had to basically be there to like support my mom and the family, like
Mm-hmm.
because it was my granddad that died, and honestly I wasn't that sad for him, not because of it's like oh I didn't like the guy, but I mean he was 90 when he died and had kind of like a full life,
Mm,
so I really wasn't. It's kind of like okay, you had a good one, but the problems were I didn't have pants, so I had to go and buy pants because I apparently it has been long enough where all of my dress pants are now either in tatters or or just bad, and I was like, oh, so that was an unwelcome revelation.
Evan, I'm not gonna lie. Back in February when I had to go to my grandpa's funeral, I had the exact same problem.
I know it's
I had to
it's
borrow pants from my dad. Cause like I can't show up in jeans. It looks awful.
yeah. Like I looked through my clothes. I mean, I had like button up shirts and stuff, and I had my black socks because I think like when I went to it was like my sister's wedding like years ago. Like I had like a shirt and like stuff, but we had to get like do the old tux rental kind of thing. So
yeah, I remember you talking about having to get new shoes.
yeah, so I didn't have, but it's like I had no pants, so I had to go
Cause
quickly buy pants.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you and your dad got the same shoes to wear to that wedding.
Yes, we did. I got I got the pair, and then I texted him about it, and then he went and got the same pair. They're good shoe. They're good. They're good dress shoe. They're just like a black. It's like a black New Balance shoe. It's it's enough where if you were because of we had to be outside. Like if you have to go to something where there's outside stuff, it looks pretty. It does well enough. And I did notice that one of the other old people there also had the same black New Balance shoe. So it's
Now
key.
that is what I like. Because like you can buy a pair of dress shoes. They're good for like 10 years as long as they don't look bad. And
Yeah.
you like keep them clean and everything. Pants are different. I can
Yeah.
never hold on to them.
Yeah.
Even though like I rarely wear them.
Well, yeah, it's like I just don't wear dress pants very much. I used to wear dress pants a lot.
It's not even like changing like size or like having to get new ones because you're either too big or too small for yours. Just they go.
It's also like the minor wear and tear on the dress pant is way more
More
like
noticeable.
invalidating. Like my jeans will
Yeah,
like they'll fray or have a hole in it or something. I'm like, who cares? But like,
That's stylish.
but like, you can't be going to a formal event with like a rip around the butt. You can't be.
is there a market for pre-ripped dress pants
Oh,
like there are with jeans?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Dress pants pretty much have to be nice and pristine.
probably if you
Yeah,
needed like stunt pants in a movie or something. Like you had to have your cool gunfight at the funeral, but you needed a couple takes, so you need like some battle damage.
No, you know, I think I'm going to bring that into style. Acid wash.
Acid washed
Dress
formal
pants.
dress pants. I like it.
New style.
For when you need to be formal but have that air of danger and worldliness.
That's the cool guy at the wake.
Oh, you're like, man, this guy's gonna kick some ass.
Wow, I know
No,
that
the
kid-
cool guy at the wake is Kuwabara yelling at Yusuke for running away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's you'd be the awesome person at the bar mitzvah or the christening.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's a cool uncle or cousin. You know it's him.
Yeah.
But he's
like-
nice enough to come formal because he knows this is a serious event.
Yeah. You know how tough he is.
So let me ask you one thing, Nolan. How is that guy cooler, or is the guy in the Canadian tux cooler?
Ooh.
Like why wear, if I'm gonna wear acid washed, I could just wear all acid washed.
Well, hold on.
I think it depends if you're in Canada.
Does he have flannel underneath?
It is a formal event, so I would say I'd have a button down underneath.
Okay, if it's a button down, then yes, he is the coolest guy there. Anything else, then no.
Yeah, because like if you have the button down, it's a style. It's not the lifestyle. It's an intent.
All right,
Yeah.
anything else kind of happen this week?
Oh man, it's been like
Need
nothing.
anything?
Well, but bringing back the Canadian sweater,
You need anything?
Letterkenny has done something amazing to me, where I'll just keep talking in Letterkenny Canadian every so often.
Yeah. What season are you at in Letterkenny?
Oh, I'm finished.
Okay,
I'm like
because I am currently at the point, it was, I don't know what the season was exactly, but the last episode was where the Hicks went to like the Montreal wedding, and then like the wife went with Derry at the end, and we're like 1 or 2 episodes into the next season.
So I'm kind of in a place where I need to stop watching really bingeable shows that have a different way of speaking than I do. Because beyond Letterkenny, I've also been watching a lot of Sopranos, and
You're gonna have some Canadian mobsters.
I'm talking a little more with my hands.
You're gonna
Want some
talk with your
gabagool?
hands and then say, "Give your balls a tug."
Your Bulldog, yeah. Calling spaghetti sauce gravy.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm watching. I've noticed whenever I watch a show that has just like a different of English culture, I start picking up on stuff like that
Yeah.
all the time.
No, that's
I'm
great.
like, maybe I should stop watching this for just a bit.
No, you gotta go further in. You gotta go further into the future.
I'm looking for the gabagool.
The
The
gabagool.
The gabagool.
That's like, I haven't seen The Sopranos, but I just know about the gabagool.
And the mother good.
Because it's just, that's such a
I haven't
fun
seen,
word.
It's just fun listening to them saying their pseudo Italo American words.
Yeah.
Where they just combine stuff constantly.
Man,
Like, hey, how are you now?
not so bad, and you?
But hey, you fuck your brother. Hey, you know what I mean? You too. Hey,
Love it.
that's what I want to see now. I want to see the Canadian,
The Canadian Mafia.
the Canadian mafia, or they're still the mafia, but it's really sweet.
Yeah, like they're courteous.
And I finally found out what gabagool is. The gabagool.
What is gabagool?
So it's just like lamb meat, but it's lamb deli meat.
Oh, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like cuts. They put it
Oh,
on a sandwich.
okay, that's good to know. Drew had to
Yeah,
BRB for some reason, probably for
I had
shenanigans.
no idea what it was. I just kept saying it because that's what they said in the show. They always talk about it. I'm pretty sure it's in the first episode they
I
start
mean,
talking about it.
I can see like deli meat lamb. I mean, I like gyros or gyros, and that's kind of what that is, you know. You got like your lamb shank, and then they kind of shave it off. I mean, that could work. You got your spices on there. I
Yeah.
could I
Were
could.
there more places that sold like euros around here though?
There's Babylon, which I
Oh,
like. I usually get the shawarma platter, which is basically just all the stuff inside of a of a gyro or gyro, but like with
yeah.
fries.
Like build it yourself or
Well, it's just kind of like it's just like the meat and then some of the sides to it, like a little bit of the onions and stuff and tomatoes, and then you just kind of eat it with a fork. But you know, when you can't eat the pita bread, works out.
so. Also speaking of like buying stuff,
Yeah,
I went to the mall for the first time since pandemic times.
yeah. How is the mall?
It's a lot weird. I don't know. It feels weird. It still feels like going to the mall on like a slow day on like a Sunday or something.
Yeah, it's it's. I feel like this really bizarre tone where I keep seeing like construction and stuff around the mall, and my brain goes, but no one's going there.
Yeah, I don't know. They've like opened like 4 or 5 new stores that I had no idea were in there over like the last year, and most of them are kind of closed.
Yeah, it's all clothes stores.
And then Sears is dead too.
Yeah, like
That's the one
and a lot of stuff feels like it's on life support, but it's like all the clothes and stuff. It's a far time of when back way back in the olden times where sometimes the animatronic dinosaur exhibit would come to the mall and you'd be like sick.
awesome, bro.
I remember there was once where they had like a T-Rex just in the mall.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And it was just like an animatronic T-Rex, like a big one, and it was just some kind of like pass through thing. I was like sick, and you can go look at it.
The one thing I'm oddly happy about is they removed the big jumping thing in the middle of the food court.
Yeah, I never liked the
You know,
big jumping thing.
it's like for kids to be on, to like have fun on during like when they're eating their food court meals. I didn't get that.
I never saw. I think I've seen like two kids ever be on that thing.
And now it's gone. There's just so much more room in the food court to move around. I'm like,
What is in the food court?
as of now, there's now like a coffee. So the usuals, Pal's, Charlie's, and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, okay.
Those aren't going on. There's a Japanese
Hey,
place, a Chinese place, and now, and this is why I brought euros. There's a Mediterranean place with like this big old like spinning meat thing.
Oh, the spinning meat.
Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, that looks good. Now that the mall's open, I'm definitely gonna come back here. Just grab one of those.
I miss pals so much.
Oh yeah, there might be
I
pals over
just
there.
no, and like the worst part about Knoxville is there's like an ever constant rumor that Pals is gonna expand down to Knoxville, and it's always a lie. It's always a lie. It doesn't matter. It's always a lie.
Well,
Like everyone from East Tennessee is like getting hyped. And everyone else is like, what are they getting excited about? Just another restaurant, right?
I don't understand. They got the big
Listen,
hot dog.
listen, you people, if you ever find yourselves in the Tri-Cities area of Eastern Tennessee.
Yeah, you get yourself a Pals.
You go and you get a big pal, a Frenchy fry, and I would say a sweet tea, but you do you.
No, you got to get the sweet tea. Listen,
Or
this
a
is.
peachy tea, a peachy tea, or a razzy tea.
I think you go with the peachy tea. Peachy tea is more of a southern thing because if you're coming down and you want to get the local flavor, you get the Big Pal. Probably, I always go one size larger than I would normally do with fries. So I'd say you get the Big Pal, you get the large fry, and then you get your peachy tea.
Yep. I'm sorry, Kevin. The large what?
The large Frenchy fry.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
If you get here early in the mornings, so you can get cheddar round.
Yeah, cheddar round's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the local flavor.
I'm gonna be up there. I'm gonna be up there next Saturday in a week, and I'm gonna be a fucking Big Pal.
Yeah, get those fries.
Yeah. Okay, so there's like, I think it's on the menu, but like you can get a sauce burger,
Yeah.
and it's basically like you just take a burger patty and just dip it in like sloppy Joe sauce and put that on a burger.
Oh, they also have the other specialty, which is a grilled cheese. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Is it just called a grilled cheese? No, something cheesy.
Or a toaster or something.
Toasted cheese.
Yeah, toasted cheese with bacon. Toasted cheese with bacon is how to go.
Yeah. So essentially, it's a burger without the meat, and they flip the buns over and just put more cheese in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. It's the best.
Also, they're chipped ham with cheese, also delicious.
I would my personal pals was just 2 chili dogs. I'd always get 2 chili dogs. Like depends on how you feel about onions. I feel like if you like onions, you go onions. If you don't, you don't. But you get 2 chili dogs, you get your mustard, and then you get your large Frenchy fry, and you're good to go.
So like the one reason I don't get chili dogs at Pal's is if you go over to Elizabethton, there's a place called Salmon's, and like they have like dollar chili dogs on Wednesdays, so you get like 2, maybe 3 chili dogs, add coleslaw on top of them.
Oh, that's a fancy chili dog. When you put the coleslaw
and a lemonade too, and oh fuck.
Yeah, Salmon's probably has the best hot dog in this area, or the best chili dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, this was back in the olden days when I could eat chili dogs. Now I'm a corn dog man because corn dogs are gluten free.
That's just terrible.
Corn dogs are great.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a chili dog.
Oh, it's not a chili dog at all. Like, but man, it's so convenient. Like
chili corn dogs or something.
Like you can get like the little corn dogs, and you can kind of dip them in chili.
Yeah,
but
or I could see it deconstructed where like you just have like the slaw dog ingredients like stacked on the plate, and you're just knife and forking it.
Basically, you're getting a Petro, but instead of doing Fritos, you're throwing like a cut up chili dog, like a corn dog in there.
Hot dog. Yeah.
I'd say you put the corn because cornbread and chili works, and like
it
the
does.
hot dog and chili works, and if you just put all those elements together,
yeah,
I think it'd work.
Man, I shouldn't be nostalgic for fast food, but here I am.
Well, what else are you going to be nostalgic for?
Really though,
I'm nostalgic for fast food. I get that way sometimes about like the McDonald's playpen or whatever. I'm like, man.
Oh, okay. So I do not get nostalgic for the McDonald's playpens for one simple reason, and that was because once as a child when I was taken to one, and like it was like one of the fancy ones, you know, the ones that's trying to draw kids there through like the playpen area.
Oh man, yeah.
Like as I go in, and you know how they'll have those like alternating like platforms that you like crawl up.
Yeah.
There was like a brown streak on the center of like each one of those where like some kid had clearly
Oh
had an
no.
accident on them and like was just and like just slipped down, like was just like sliding down them, and it's like oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's one of those
Yeah.
things. Like all of those things are like filthy. Like I never want like it's when I got to a certain age where I realized that every ball pit was a horror story, and every like water park slash swimming pool is also a nightmare. When I lived in ignorance, and I'm like, I love the water park, hooray! Not
Just shut your brain off
realizing
and go into
not realizing that I never peed in the pool, but a lot of people did.
I pee in the ocean. I do not pee in pools.
I'll agree with that.
I have no qualm against that. Like the ocean is full of already whale pee. It's fine. It's been contaminated.
People will go ahead and just BM in the ocean, no
Oh
problem.
God, yeah. That's a step too far.
Yeah, no one. I'm not doing that ever. I don't care how badly I have to go and how far away.
I did
Yeah.
pee in the lake.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
nature water is open for pee.
Yeah, because it's not like it was out there. Also, it was on one of those things where you were with someone on like a motorboat or something, and like you're not in one area.
Yeah.
Like this is not like the lake where it's just like they kind of fenced in a little bit of it and said here's the swimming part. See, to me, then you
No,
don't.
Boone Dam. Boone
Yeah.
Dam.
Not yeah. Oh, is that the one? Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the
that's
one.
the one.
Where you'd go down there, and it's like kind of a beach, but not really.
Yeah, you park at the top of that huge like steep hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that area's actually been closed down since they've been repairing the dam. I don't know if they ever actually finished fixing that or not. It's been like, 8 years now or
Well,
something.
it's been a while, and also I have no reason to go. I've had no reason to go
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
I was a wee lad.
Yep. Boone Dam, great for children, not for anyone else.
There's a lot of
for
play.
children are dead bodies.
Yes. Yes.
I still would describe this area as like if you are between the ages of 0 and like 10, fucking rules.
Or 50 and above.
I would say I'd put it up like 65 plus. Like you got to be in retirement at least, and then you're great.
Yeah.
But,
Everything else in the middle kind of sucks a bit.
yeah. Oh, it's been like in terms of nerd shit, it's been kind of light. I've been going through the last of like the 999. Been playing Zero Time Dilemma, and Zero Time Dilemma fucking sucks. It's so bad. Like 999 and Virtue's Last Reward are very good and kind of that visual novel puzzle detective game. But man, fucking Zero Time Dilemma gets up its own ass to the point of impossible.
Is that the action one?
No,
Something different.
I think you're thinking something different. Like this is one where, so the one they made after this, which is not connected, which is like AI, the Somnium Files, like that one is a good game, but this is the one before it, and they didn't quite have their anime 3D model technology worked correctly, so it looks pretty jank. Where like it looks worse than the old visual novel of like still image person like Phoenix Wright, just like in the Game Boy ones or the DS ones, where it's just like sprite of talking and then sprite of reaction. It's kind of like they're like, no, check out this. We 3D modeled everyone, so now they can move, but their 3D model was still kind of cheap because it's a visual novel game, so it didn't look very good.
Yeah.
Also, the puzzles are like fucking impossible. Like, Like this is one of those games where like you have to go do story events multiple times to unlock a pathway, and it it really doesn't make sense, like the ones you have to do. Like I have to play this game with a guide because it's not told linearly, and also you have to like go into timelines and make certain decisions to make certain other pathways work. So for example, like you have to kill teams 1 and 2 to make pathway open for 3, but then you got to go back and kill teams 1 and 3 to make the 2 pathway open, but it only saves it because it saves like the last choice you made. So sometimes you got to go back and then save everyone, and then we go like a little bit further down the timeline and then go back and kill people to get a bad timeline. And it's just it's like
That's too much.
it's too much. It's like one step too much where you're like, I can't understand it anymore. And this is like anime bullshit, and I'm primed for it. But like I just not very good. Honestly, you could probably go with like the ending of like the second game and just pretend the third one never happened. Just didn't happen. And then you could play the sequel series, and that one's good. I like that one.
How about you, Drew? Any games you've been playing or anything you've been watching? Oh, you might be gone.
Oh, you might be doing something. All right.
Well, speaking of fast food, you want to talk about something else that's pretty fast?
Okay.
Kind of,
Yeah, we can do our Fast and Furious update. Our the new trailer came out where, I mean, you're expecting some of the stuff we've already seen before. Like we know Dominic Toretto has to fight John Cena, but more importantly, the cars have superpowers, which I'm very excited. It's like they used Dominique Toretto's EMP power from his evil car, but now they all have super magnets. And
they got super magnets, they got grappling hooks, and they got the new one, which is the rocket.
Yeah, so that's the most important one. Is it seems like we're setting up to go to space. It feels like Fast and the Furious Space Edition is coming far sooner than we had thought.
Like, I feel like I've been into too much 4K because as soon as I looked at that rocket, I'm like, yeah, that looks like a Fork Boys rocket. It just needs to be red.
It kind of is. If you think about it, but it's really bizarre if you even like start to think about how Dominique Toretto and crew they made the Saints Row movie where it is, how do you fight the super soldier government people, and the response is, we grew up on the street stealing cars, as you're doing gun katas, and you're like, I like, what?
As he's running through houses, like getting slammed against walls, like with nothing happening to him.
Yeah, and and you're like, okay, like at least John Cena's some kind of like ultra super soldier, but Dominic Toretto just stole cars.
They look like the soldiers from the Shaw and Hobbs movie.
Yeah,
the Illuminati. I don't know what the group's name was.
I forget.
But those bad guys.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, it was the one. Yeah, it's like the splinter group of like that one woman who tried to steal Dominique Toretto's child, and that's what made him evil. But then he wasn't.
Then he was doing it for his family.
Yeah, he's always
his family.
Yeah.
But before, he was also doing it because of his family.
I also like how they always have like a barbecue, and it's always like it's so cynical, but I love it because it's always like, with the family, you were just hanging out, having a cold brew, barbecuing some meat, and then we gotta like, it's weird because you forget in the series just ignores that they do crime anymore. Like these are not
But the
criminals.
series forget that this started out as a bunch of guys ripping off VHS TVs.
Yep.
The old crappy
Uh,
VHS TVs that have the VHS player stuck into them. Now they're going to space and using electromagnets.
See, like we're in the alternate timeline where in like the Point Break ripoff, which was Fast and the Furious 1, it's just Point Break, but with like street racing instead of surfing. Like that's all that movie is. But then it's like, imagine if Point Break was turned basically if Point Break 9 was John Wick.
Yeah.
yeah. Imagine if Patrick Swayze nailed that wave.
Yeah. So and then at the end you're like, well, it starts off there.
Point Break went from Point Break to Speed to the John Wick series.
Yep. Also the Matrix at some point. Yeah, the Keanu verse. All the Keanu movies are they're all tied together.
Can you imagine, Johnny Utah, we need you and Patrick Swayze to go into the cyberverse to fight these criminals.
Yes.
Whoa. You guys gotta surf the web now.
Oh man, that's the title. Point Break, surf the web.
Prawn suits on, and they get on like surfboards hovering in the air, and that's when they jack in.
Yeah. Oh, they have to like Pacific Rim sync up to get into the cyberspace fully.
Yeah.
Man, I like that. That's good. That's good. I also saw The Scorpion King.
Contact us. We have great ideas for your stupid movie.
Yeah. I apparently had never seen The Scorpion King, so I watched that last week.
Oh, you mean you haven't seen Scorpion King 1?
Yeah, Scorpion King 1. Never saw it.
There's 3 of them?
There's like
There's 5 of them.
5 of them. There's a lot.
Oh my, how are there 5?
Well, they keep getting more and more direct to video.
I forget the Scorpion King is in the Mummy first.
Yeah, like I saw that Mummy. I've seen the 3 Mummy movies. And
Yeah,
and
the one good one and the 2 other ones.
Well, there's the good one, the kind of bad one, and the really bad one. And then I think because of kind of bad Mummy, which is the Scorpion King, where like Rock turns into a CG Scorpion man, was
If
why
that movie didn't have that, it'd be okay.
Well, which is why I never watched the Scorpion King spinoff film. And then I watched the Scorpion King spinoff film, and I'm like, this is just Conan ripoff, but I'm loving it. It's just like,
Remember, he's gonna get killed in the future.
yeah.
Just remember that. He's a jobber.
Oh, of course, but yeah, that movie was fun. I enjoyed that movie. I'm like, they just made a Conan movie with The Rock. That's a...
Did you ever watch The Mummy, the cartoon? Because I never did.
I watched a few episodes, and all I remember is the kid got attached to the bracelet again, and he had magic powers, and that was it.
I get The Mummy, the cartoon, mixed up in my brain with Mummies Alive.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's the same thing, honestly.
But yeah, there's that, like, it's been that era for a while where a bunch of just movies got kids' cartoons for reasons. Like Godzilla had one. RoboCop, The Toxic Avenger. Can't remember.
Of course, Mortal Kombat. But
Yeah, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm.
Mortal Kombat 3.
Never forget that one episode where Jax was fat as a kid. That was his problem.
It's combat time.
It is combat time. That one clip that show blessed us of just like some ninja just kicking Sonya Blade on the ground while like the hard techno's playing. It's just for like 10 seconds. It's like and it's just going. Love it.
The only thing, so if I'm watching an R-rated movie and I'm sorry, Starship Troopers also had a show as well.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was the CG show too.
Yeah, it came. Okay, literally, it came on right after Transformers Beast Wars in the morning.
Oh
Well,
God, you're right.
that's
The
only
Roughneck
time
Squadron. I watched that show, but I don't remember shit about it.
What kind of show? Okay, so what violent movie would you take now and turn it into a TV show?
Okay.
What's super successful? I would assume John Wick.
John Wick is maybe, because John Wick's a little too like, it has to have like sci-fi or fantasy. And remember, they've already done it with Fast and the Furious. There is like that DreamWorks cartoon that is like the Fast and Furious kids.
I would say Pacific Rim.
Yeah, I can see that. Monster of the Week.
Yeah, your plucky group of recruits who get in the robot.
Yeah.
What else would there do?
Can we do Predator?
Predator, I could see. Because you have like a bunch of kids. I'm just looking at movies. I'm thinking. Like.
Hellboy.
Hellboy would work.
Yeah.
I'm shocked there hasn't been a Hellboy
You make
cartoon.
that like an Amazon or a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need a new cartoon based off the new Mummy.
That's true.
The audio's mixed wrong in every episode.
No, that's the Dark Universe.
Yeah, the Dark Universe gets its own cartoon.
Yeah, you have your little squad of everyone with their different powers.
I think now's the time for the Dark Universe.
If Monster
Suspiria.
Hunter failed horribly, I'd say that. Yeah.
God, there's some movie I was thinking of that like, because it's like a vague horror movie, like It Follows or some shit.
That could not be a children's movie.
Well, but like Goosebumps.
Yeah, allegory for an STD. Well,
Yeah.
kids
Whenever you kiss somebody.
Yeah, when it's cooties.
Yeah.
It's the cooties that follow. I think Psycho Gorman is the one. No, but that's just Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
Get Out.
Get Out would work. I don't know, because Get Out doesn't have like. You need like a monster.
You know what? I'll bring back Watchmen, the TV show.
What one?
The Watchmen.
Yeah, the Saturday Morning Watchmen by
Yeah.
Happy Harry. I think that would work.
I was gonna say Insidious. I want to like Scooby-Doo style where every week it's just a like shitty Bagul.
Oh,
like,
Bagul! I could see Insidious working out where like the Bye Bye Man or some shit where like a group of teens have to keep going from town to town to stop the new adventures of Bagul. And he's showing up in like videos. It's like, oh shit, it's Bagul. Maybe like Saw. Like, you tone down the violence but make it gross. Like that kind of like gross art style. And you have him doing gross things, but it's still Saw.
You're gonna have to eat your broccoli. No.
Nolan, tell me if you're on board for this. Hereditary, the animated series.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen Hereditary.
I'll be honest, see that movie. It's great. Also, don't see that movie. It's awful.
Oh, it's one of those.
the part in that movie where I got sold as being on board was where they are leaving the party.
That is the best part of that movie, hands down.
And like they're driving home, and the sister is sick, and you're like, oh no, something bad's gonna happen. And then something worse than you could ever imagine happens to the younger sister.
There's a pit in the bottom of your gut the whole time. You're like, something not good's gonna happen, and it happens, and you're like, Now we're not going to tell you, but it's bad.
Oh god, what movie am I thinking of? Like Red Letter Media talked about it recently. The space movie.
Oh, Event Horizon.
Yeah, Event Horizon, the animated series.
They gotta stop monsters from escaping from hell.
Yeah, like space hell, and like the monsters would be drawn kind of like in that Extreme Ghostbusters slash Men in Black art style.
Kind of like red monsters that have like claws or something.
Yeah.
Nothing too graphic. Wait, I got two. One is, was there ever a Terminator animated series?
I don't think so. There was a Terminator series, like briefly on Fox. Because I remember one day I was watching football with my dad, and then like the Fox football robot got beat up by the endoskeleton for like the promotional.
Okay, I like that.
Like
that's one. And the other one is, what if you've had Doom, the animated series?
I don't know. I'm surprised we haven't.
Just Doom in his Doom ship or Doom base, with like maybe like a kid and like two other adults.
I'm surprised we didn't have like a Doom cartoon, because you'd think it's just the Doom Marine has to fight the forces of devils.
The dark forces of Mars.
Yeah,
there's some like evil guy on a throne.
The evil.
Like, I'll get you, Doom Man.
Yeah, like skeleton, like Skeletor or something. And he's like shooting lasers at him.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Also,
that would have been something that would have been a cartoon. I mean,
I'm surprised we never had a Dune cartoon.
Oh, that'd be great. Like, each episode's 40 minutes long and, like, nothing happened.
Yeah!
You're just walking through sand for, like, 2 episodes straight.
Yeah, nah, you gotta hire your boy Gendy Tarakovsky or whatever and say, make the cartoon. I think he could do it.
So, this is something else happening this week. They just put Star Wars, the Clone Wars animated series back on Disney Plus.
Oh, that one's really good.
It still kills. Those first episodes are fantastic.
That show was sick. I will still also defend like the Clone Wars CG cartoon after it gets its footing. Like that pilot movie, whatever, is bad, but once the episodes start getting the feel of it, then that show gets good.
When you get the episode of Yoda taking on a tank,
that's a good episode.
Clones are like, okay, this is cool. I like this idea.
There's some good episodes in that where it's just like, oh, okay.
And they took a lot of stuff from the Clone Wars TV show or animated series too.
Yeah. Disney's finally realizing it should mind the good Star Wars instead of trying to make its own Star Wars because they can't. Because that's honestly, as the outsider looking in, that's what it looks like to me when I see like the High Republic or whatever, and they're just going, okay, we fucked up. Let's just make all the old things canon. We're gonna bring Kreia back.
it kind of sucked because they put on like they put a big thing on the titles like, yeah, this is non-canon.
Oh, really?
If you want to see the real canon, watch the 3D
So
Clone
they
Wars.
so they put up a thing specifically saying this is not canon.
Yeah,
Wow,
I know.
that's
That's
something.
some bullshit.
Because I remember back in like the olden days where there was like nerd grumblings of what is the canonical Clone Wars. Is it the Gindie cartoon, the books, or the novel, or like the CG cartoon? And all my brain could think of is these fucking nerds.
Mm-hmm.
The
What
answer, the answer should be yes.
That's
the
the
most the most disappointing to me of Revenge of the Sith was how pathetic Grievous was.
oh
Who stole him in that cartoon as the
they
coolest guy
did
ever?
him
And I'm like,
they did him
yes.
so dirty. They did him so dirty. Also, what they did dirty is, man, that guy who did the novelization of Revenge of the Sith went so above and beyond the call.
Yes.
That novelization is so legitimately pretty good. I don't know if it's just because the actual movie was not pretty good, so that like when I'm reading the novel, I'm like, oh, the characters have motivations.
That's weird. This doesn't seem like Star Wars.
Uh, like I'm probably misremembering it, but that's like my favorite. That book starts so like instead of just in the middle of this space battle, it was just Anakin Skywalker sitting in the middle of like a ditch in some alien planet eating a bug. And it was just like
Yeah.
it really set the tone of I am miserable and this is terrible. I was like, hell yeah.
Wait, what came first? Did I'm trying to remember? Did the cartoons come first, or did the Revenge of the Sith come out first?
The cartoons came out
It was
first.
the cartoons first because like of the stuff like that was supposed to give you your hype for like the movie was like yo check out this cool General Grievous, and then they put stuff in like Star Wars the official magazine of like yo you gonna check this out.
Because I do remember a specific part of Anakin eating bugs from that cartoon,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it whenever someone has to like be miserable and like eat a bug, because that's always the point when like it's you're in a bad spot. You have to eat a
War's not
bug.
fun. Let the kids know war's not fun.
Even though it is Star Wars. It's not the good war. So Warhammer 40k has been getting better about that. Because let me tell you, no one wants to be there. That's a bad place.
I just bought a Pathfinder team that's going to be in on Tuesday.
Hell yeah. Next week's when I'm going to start painting up my boys.
Yeah, once that, because I still have my stealth suits and my cold stars, and once I get my Pathfinder team in, I'm like, okay, time to start painting them.
Yep.
Put enough together, time to start doing it.
Yeah, I wanna paint my stupid box, and then I'm gonna decide how I'm gonna build the army where I'm gonna go to from there. I'm gonna go Space Marines and Necrons, because they're both apparently pretty decent.
Do you have Battle Scribe on your phone?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's pretty much been the best thing I've used so far.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like, well, how do I do this? Oh, this. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, puts it all in there. That's how you build.
Hey, you need this many. Hey, you need this many. Hey, you can't have this many in whatever position. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
It makes the Game Workshop official app look like so bad.
So it's awful. I tried it for like a second. I'm like, nope.
Because like I downloaded the Games Workshop official app just to see, and like they lock everything behind like the paywall, and you're like, I can't see anything.
No, Battle Squad's like, yeah, you can pay more if you want, but you don't really have to. We'll give you the basics, and if you want extra, you can pay more.
Yeah, like if you want to save like 40 armies or whatever, then go nuts. But yeah, it's good.
I'm like, cool. I think I'm still might paint my Cold Star, uh, the Crimson Comet colors, or the Red
Yeah,
Comet colors.
I think the
think I might,
dude. Oh, here you go. I'm sorry.
no, because I've been thinking, I'm like, what would be a good color for my 3-man stealth team? I'm like, I could just do the Black Tri-Stars.
Yeah, yeah. Like
It looked really good on them.
the dude who I was thinking about. I looked him up. He is Commander Farsight. That is Tal Shar Aznable,
Yeah.
who was such a badass that he basically realized that all the Tal are kind of in like mind control, and he established his own separatist army.
But we're not going to be held down by the Ethereals.
Yeah, it's like fuck them. We're in our own thing. I'm like, man, that guy's so cool.
I learned there's also a special like group he has called the Eight.
Oh yeah,
It's just him and all of his commanders, and it's supposed to like murder everyone else.
yeah, all the cool guys. It's the cool guy squad. You gotta use them all.
Like I was looking it up, I'm like, who the hell are the Eight? He's like, oh yeah, if you get the Eight, you just get like these 8 really badass units that work together really well, and they have unstoppable stuff. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's
And they're
cool.
called the Eight.
That's why they're cool.
So cool.
Love them. Warhammer's stupid. I love it.
And then I've been looking at all the new stuff for the Ultramarines. I'm like, that's kind of cool too. Uh-oh.
There's a lot of cool stuff for like the
Might be trapped.
Ultramarines and like Space Marines in general.
That's what I keep hearing.
The problem is that the store has a Robotu Gilliman, the Primarch of the Ultramarines. And I think old Robotu Gilliman is such a cool dude. Like, the Ultramarines as a unit are kind of lame. There's a couple of cool guys in there, like Uriel Ventus. He's cool. The main character of the game, Space Marine, I think it's Captain Titus, I'm not sure. But he's cool.
It's Captain Titus.
Yeah, he's rad. And then, like Roboto Gilliman is such a cool guy. Because he was like, he's just a good diplomat and rational thinking kind of guy. Love him. It was one of the books I read where it was like from his perspective about the whole crusade, and he was just like, what the hell am I gonna do when it's over? Like, I'm a 12-foot tall super warrior. It's not gonna go well.
Oh, I want to thank you guys for the recommendations too. I actually got a bunch of the Eisenhorn books
Oh.
since they had them on Audible.
Yeah, Eisenhorn's really good.
So hopefully gonna listen to those over the weekend.
Yeah, I like Eisenhorn quite good. I like them. And then once you finish that, if you like it, you go on to Ravenor. Because that's Eisenhorn's apprentice, and he gets his own spin-off books. Spoiler, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those. What's the author? Dan
Dan Abnett.
Abnett. Yeah, I saved a bunch of his books, so I'm just gonna go through all of his.
Yeah, Dan Abnett stuff is fucking good. And then it's crap, I forgot who I tweeted you. It's like there's I think is it Guy Haley and Gav Thorpe? Let me look. Let me look. Because those are the ones where I'm like, those are the good ones. And then you can go the others. I'm looking it up. I can't find it. Where am I? Where's my tweets? Whatever. Someone else can talk.
I was just gonna talk about the Void Junction.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, that's the newest episode of Thunderbolt Fantasy.
Oh yeah, I did watch The Void Junction, and probably after we finish recording, I will watch episode 2 because it's Saturday night. Saturday is the new anime day where I'm gonna watch that. No, I have to watch So I'm a Spider, So What first because it does not work well when you watch my trashy isekai show after Thunderbolt Fantasy. It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
But you don't want to eat a full course gourmet meal after you eat a Big Mac.
Yeah, you don't want to have your chaser. You don't want to have your chaser of your filet mignon to be a big pal.
Yeah.
You don't want to. But man, that Void Junction ruled. They got into it.
Yeah, they did.
They just got into it real quick.
It's so good. And I liked the people I saw in the opening and the closing.
Oh man, that floating naked. Okay, who do you think floating naked lady is?
7 blasphemous deaths.
I think it's Edgeless Blade's teacher. Like he was taught by that lady who may or may not have been a demon. Because that's why he's so strong.
I don't think he was taught by demons.
Or I don't know. He's a tough dude. He's like a really tough dude.
Yeah, but I don't think he was taught by demons.
But that'd be cool.
Mm,
I think it's cool.
I think it's not in line with his character.
All right. What if it's Enigmatic Gale's teacher? Because remember, Enigmatic Gale studied the blade real hard.
That's true. I don't know. I don't think it's a person related to any of the cast.
You think it's a new villain?
Or the twist villain.
I also, minor detail, I really liked how Enigmatic Gale paid a visit to the Screaming Phoenix Killer at the start of that.
I did too.
He's like, hey, how's it going there, buddy? I miss guys like you. Upstate.
Made it easy.
Yeah, you're a good one. Had a lot of fun.
Just gonna have to ask you to keep waiting a little longer.
That hunting fox was a bitch. I did not like it. And that monk was crazy. Also potentially might still be alive.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel bad for like that insect group or whatever, because you can tell that one guy, there's like the mantis man or whatever, and he's like, yes,
Yeah,
my plan.
The one with the eyes.
Yeah, the one with the eyes that had the. But then like the other dude, like I get the vibe that he knows that they're kind of in over their heads and maybe should stop. Do you get that vibe from him?
No, I don't. I get the vibe that they're good enough to be cautious in any situation, but I don't think they know the predicament they're in.
Like, see, like to me, that guy when he was talking with like the demon lady, he kind of, to me, not Mantis Man, but the other one, he
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Sub-Zero. To me, Sub-Zero seemed, at least maybe and I might be thinking into it or misremembering it, which is entirely possible. But just that he was the kind of guy that's like, I don't know if we should be trying to team up with the demons. I don't think it's going to end well. And then they ask the demon and they go, yeah, I'm going to betray you as soon as it's possible. But then maybe we could just talk so that you don't use the fucking swords on us. I did like that.
Yeah, I like that. She just was like, this is a good lie and maybe even the truth.
The best lie is just telling him the truth, where, you know what, it's just easier to conquer like 60% of human world because you got those swords. Just kind of hang out.
we can't have the nuclear codes in the hand of a good person. We need it in the politician's hands.
Yeah, someone who we can bribe and manipulate, because then
Yeah.
it's not a problem. And we can't. And good old Edgeless Blade is an idiot. Is a good-hearted idiot. That's like the worst kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
He'll do it so hard he'll break it and seal us away forever at the cost of his own life because he's a good guy. We can't have that.
He actively avoids getting political power and standing.
That's how you know
What
he's
a
too
fool.
good. His pure heart. We can't handle it.
Oh, those puppets are so good.
I love the puppets. We also can't give it to Enigmatic Gale for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. I did like that she altered like the composition to make sound work less good. So the guitar didn't work as good. And he had to change it to sword mode.
I just love that anyone from like Edgeless Blade's hometown, that area, whenever they like come over and they meet Enigmatic Gale, they're like, "No, you're a problem. You're evil." And it's like, yeah, I am evil, but my version of evil is to just fuck over evil people. I'm not making the world better. I'm just making the world worse for evil people.
Yeah, it's like they all know, they all feel like they're nines, and they're real tough. But they don't realize that Enigmatic Gale's like an 11.
Yeah.
No one realizes that he is like 3 orders of magnitude above everyone else. And he's just like, what?
Yeah. Oh, this show. So good.
I did appreciate when they were all fighting, he just stopped. He just sat there and was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do like my little smoke technique. There you go.
Yeah. I liked whenever she was like fighting the Frozen Wonder, and then all of a sudden like 4 more Frozen Wonders just started attacking. And it's like, oh damn it. He like put a spell on those guys to see her as an enemy, and put a spell on those guys to look like Frozen Wonder.
Yeah, and she knew immediately. She's like, fuck you. It's you. It's like, yeah, it is.
Yep.
Like Frozen whatever. Frozen does not know Enigmatic Gale can fight.
No, he does not. He does not.
The other 2 do, because they saw him.
Unless they've told him.
I don't think they've told him. Like Edge's Blade wouldn't care. He wouldn't think about it, and like the other dude probably doesn't trust him enough. He's just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe the guitar told him.
Yeah, I could go with that, or I would also say Edgeless Blade could have told him, because the best teams don't have secrets.
That's true. God, that one fucking moment where like he gave him a sword and then he told like all the hostages just kick his ass and they just start doing it. Season 2, like, because I didn't see that one coming at all. Like, I didn't know how they were going to get out of that situation. Anyway, enough Thunderbolt fan. You should go watch Thunderbolt Fantasy if you want good anime. That's the best one.
If you want good anime, go watch Puppets.
Yeah.
Top tier.
It's fucking good. Anyway, later days.
Later days.
Bye.